Hurry up, start the stream. Oh, we're getting here late. Wow, that was our first shot of the day. That was all luck right there. I'll get into the boba talk here in a second. I just started the stream as well, so we're going to give it a second for them to get in here, and then I'll start talking, so bear with me. We're multitasking here. If YouTube ever starts it. I would hate to wait a attacking lobby like this, or waste an attack. Man, I can't talk. Not a good day to talk about boba if I can't even talk. Do I want to go that way? Let's go this way. Like Fennec with my rifle right now. Just kidding. She could actually hit what she aims at. But then again, she got the cannon fodder she could shoot at. These guys shoot back, kinda, and actually aim. So I don't know. The stream still hasn't started. Take your time, YouTube. Take your time. Alright, I'll just get into it now. Who cares? Yeah, stream delay will probably be caught up enough. So what did I think of episode 4 of the Book of Boba? Well, right off the bat, I enjoyed it way more than the previous episode. Episode 3 is not saying much. That's like the sequel level writing for Book of Boba. So that's good. But Rodriguez did not direct this episode. I think we're starting to notice the trend here. When he does stuff, that's when all the questionable stuff happens. Overall, I did enjoy the flashback. I did say last week I didn't really want to see a flashback explaining how he got Slave 1. We're still calling it that, by the way. I don't give a fuck what Disney says. Slave 1. But they did do it well, so I didn't mind it. So far, all the flashbacks have been shot really well. I mean, so far, they're all better than the current episodes, which is unfortunate, because I'm more excited for the current episodes than flashback. But at least they've done a good job with them, otherwise it'd be really bad. What else? I'm trying to go down as the show played out, like in that order. Like, again, one of the reasons I didn't really want to see how he got Fennec or found her. I mean, it was pretty much explained in the Book of Boba, like, or not Book of Boba, in Mandalorian. It was like, obviously he found her after that battle, and then he helped heal her up, and now she's gonna help him. Like, I didn't think it was something that needed to be dived into too deep, but they did do a good job with the episode, so I don't mind it. I still do want them to catch up with the current episodes, though, because I've seen some people saying this was their least favorite episode because of another flashback. But I go, the flashbacks have been the good thing. But I do agree with them that it's time we need to start getting into the current stuff. We only got 3 episodes left. Unfortunately, Rodriguez is going to do one of those. Again, I don't know which one. I'm trying to give him a fair judgment, so I'm not going to know ahead of time. But I'm not looking forward to his episode. But we'll see. Hopefully he does better. What else? One of the big things that backed up a theory we put together a couple episodes ago was that the Pikes killed the Tuskens. Not the bikers, even though they made it look that way. It was, to me, obvious the Pikes did it. And again, I'll explain it. It's because, or I'll explain why I think that. Because the Pikes, you don't fuck with them, right? And they were specifically wronged by the Tuskens. The Tuskens killed them, messed up their shipment. It was a direct, what do you call it, attack on them. And if you're a crime syndicate like that, you can't let that stand. You have to punish them. And again, they could hire a bounty hunter, or, you know, in this case, the bikers, wink wink. But that just doesn't make sense. They were personally wrong. It would be better to personally handle it. That's why I was like, from the very start, I was like, the Pikes killed them. They said the bikers did it because they're also paying the bikers money. The bikers money. Can't talk. And they need to get rid of the Tuskens. But they did it in a way where if anybody wants revenge for the Tuskens, a.k.a. Boba, they'll go kill the bikers, and now they have to pay nobody any tribute. It's a brilliant move on the Pikes' part, honestly. One of my favorite things they've shot so far. And Fennec pretty much confirmed that. When Boba was like, the bikers killed them, and she's like, them? Highly unlikely. Like, it was like, it's very obvious at this point that the Pikes are just playing Boba, and he kind of will jump to it. He goes and fucking massacres those bikers, which was an awesome scene, by the way. But again, it wasn't them. I don't even think they partook in the murder of the Tuskens, to be honest. I'm pretty sure it was just they painted the Pikes painted the logo and framed them, and Boba just took out all his anger on those motherfuckers. So in a way, they kind of died, I think, unfairly to them. But again, I don't care. Fucking kill them. This is one of the only times they've shown Boba being that ruthless guy you don't want to cross. So I like that they showed that. They needed to after all the episodes they've been doing so far, where it's been questionable. So that was a good scene. I think I don't know if there's going to be any more flashbacks, which is a good thing because he's done with the back tank. They said he's healed, fully healed. So maybe they'll show a flashback when he's sleeping normally. I don't know. I wouldn't be mad if the flashbacks were done though. I would rather it be that, but you never know. I still think there's a couple flashbacks they could do if they chose to stay with him. But what else? But I lost my train of thought. I was going to say something, I had it, and then it's just gone. Let's look at chat, see if somebody remind me of chat. Yeah, that was a good shot. I did like that. Just flying in. You see him in the background, and they don't even know. The sounds, too. Then he went, another thing. Kind of lost where I last talked about, but he went to the Sarlacc pit to get his armor, which I thought was a little weird. I don't mind him going to kill the Sarlacc. I get it. But he said he didn't have his armor, or excuse me, he was gonna find his armor there, but we saw them take it off of him. The Jawas take it off of him previously. But again, for the people saying that, like, oh, he should know that. He was kind of out of it though. Like, he was like in and out of consciousness right then. So I could see why he would be a little confused to that. He's like, this is where I last had it. I'm gonna go look. So that for the people arguing that, I can kind of get that. Yeah, we saw it and we know, but if you look at that scene back, I'm pretty sure he was kind of like in and out of consciousness the whole time. So I could see why Boba's a little like loopy when it comes to his memories about that. So I don't mind him going back. And plus, it was a cool scene. But I don't know why the heck you would fly like that in there. I was like, dude, just kill it first. You know, like it's like, what, you gonna just go peeky on it? Like, no, just shoot it or something. But it was another one of those jump scares you could see coming a mile away, though. That's why I don't like jump scares in any movie or show. You can see him coming a mile away, so it kind of defeats the purpose, you know? Still. What else? I mean, he did fight General Grievous. Oh, shit. Somebody who hasn't watched it, that's watching the streamer video, not minding spoilers, is like, what? He fought General Grievous? When you watch it, you'll know. That little fucker. I was kind of hoping, I know they were being stealthy, so he couldn't do this. I'm well aware of that. But it would have been funny at one point if they kind of copied Indiana Jones, where he's like doing all those fancy twirls and he just pulls out a gun and shoots them. Like, shut the fuck up, droid. But he couldn't do that, obviously. I guess Fennec had to do her thing, but what else? He's trying to unite the families, which we saw that coming a mile away. I mean, it was in the trailers. I don't think they're all going to abide by those rules. They're definitely going to go after Boba. Some of them. I don't think all of them will betray him, but maybe. Who knows? What else? Oh, we skipped the Bryan Cranston fight. Oh, shit, we forgot all about that. Again, kind of like how I said, Rodriguez is like the sequel era writing. He's the last Jedi of this show. He messed up, shot so bad, they would have to... We almost have to question it in the previous... Or the next episode. Like, here it shows the Wookiee get mad again. He just wanted to fuck up some Trandoshans, which I thought was cool. Like, it's showing, like, they did not like each other. Like, it wasn't that those Trandoshans didn't like him. It was just he doesn't like them, and they were just, like, cannon fodder to him. Like, it was like, oh, fuck. Bad time to be there, dude. Not with this grumpy Wookiee here. Just got his ass handed to him somehow. Lost his contract, and now he's kind of grumpy, and they're over there having a good time. He's like, fuck that shit, dude. Fuck these guys. But again, they showed him be kind of weak looking towards Boba. He didn't hurt him. And then here, he starts knocking him down again in the Battlefront 2 fashion he does. But he did ultimately rip an arm off. So it's like, again, like how I said, when you write it in bad prior, now it's kind of like, even though we know the Wookiee's powerful, but it's like, well, then why didn't he just do that to Boba? You're left asking that question, which is why, again, I said Rodriguez's fight just doesn't make sense. It's going to make us question it when you see the Wookiee going down the line. It's like, it just didn't make any sense, unfortunately. But it was a cool scene. I was like, oh god, are they gonna tame him when that sexy ass Twi'lek came out and was like, what do you call it? Like, trying to talk him down. Like, don't kill him, man. I'll take it off the tab, too. You know, we cool, dude. Let him go. I was like, oh, is the Wookiee not going to do it? Then he just ripped his arm off. Like, yes. What I want to see. So that was good. Now he's working with him. Which, again, we saw that coming a mile away. That's not really saying too much. What else? I guess the biggest spoiler at the end was, he says we need more muscle and he has a lot of credits in reserve. They gotta hire more people. Again, it's all very obvious it's coming. We all saw this coming. You know, it's not like we're geniuses, but I can't fucking wait. And then it played the Mando theme song, kinda, that little, like, music. And I think they're trying to throw us off the trail. I'm sure he's coming. I would not be surprised at all. Because we don't really know what's gonna happen in Mandalorian Season 3, and I think this will help explain it. Because, like, oh, now what? Baby Yoda's gone, now what's he gonna do? It's like, this is probably gonna help explain and help lead up to Mando Season 3. So I think he'll come. But for the people who are like, yeah, that's who they're gonna bring. I don't think that's all they're gonna bring. I'm pretty sure he's gonna bring some of his previous friends, like Bosk maybe, Dengar, maybe some of them. So I think I'm actually really excited who's gonna come. And I still think Cad Bane will come back with the Pikes / Crimson Dawn. But I did like that. I don't mind seeing the Mando here. He actually fits. For those saying Luke, I don't... no, come on, dude. Like, it's a stretch. I know you like fucking lightsabers, but... So far, nothing has shown that Luke will be here in any way, shape, or form. And I don't want to see Luke. Han, you might see come in because I think Kiro's ultimately going to be revealed as the main bad guy leading the Pikes. But overall, I did enjoy that episode. I do think it's time to get past these flashbacks and let's get to the current story. But overall, I like it. The only episodes I've questioned is episode 1 because of the melee fight, or the fight scene. It was just done so horrible. Like, it was not a good fight scene at all. So many questions were left that weren't... It wasn't even a director's... What do you want to call it? Like, take on it. It was just poorly written in and done. And when you write it in that poor, you're left with questions. But overall, the first episode wasn't bad. Second episode was great. Rodriguez didn't do it. Third episode, absolutely. I did not like that one. It was just... Again, he leaves too many questions and does not shoot things right. They just don't make sense. But this episode came out good. So unfortunately, that means we have one more episode with him and 3 episodes to go. So it's like... Again, I don't know which one it is. I'm going to do my best to not find out. And I'll try to judge it as fairly as possible, but I'm not looking forward to his episode. But I hope it's good, though. I hope it is. We're running out of time, man. These last few episodes got to be really good, so... Anyway, I enjoy the episode. There we go. That's a horrible video, but at least we talked about it. I didn't even get a hero. I didn't even think to look for a hero either. That's the sad part. I was so focused on talking. There we go. Okay, now we're officially streaming. We got the video we need. Yeah, I heard the music too. I'm not even kind of surprised, honestly. Like, it's kind of like, okay, that'd be cool. I wouldn't mind seeing him. Makes sense. They just work together. He doesn't have anything going on right now. Baby Yoda's gone. He's probably sitting there just drinking all sad. Like, I miss my baby. It's like, why don't you come back and help me take over, dude? You know? Dehydrated and out of it. Yeah, that's why, I mean, I don't mind him being a little confused about where his armor was. Because I thought that too. I was like, well, we saw it, but I was like, well, he didn't. Like, he woke up at one point and looked at a Jawa, but then immediately got knocked out. So it's... You could completely see how he would just not really remember that, you know? Like, I've seen people in real life who go through that. Like, you talk to them, like they're in the hospital or something, and they won't remember it. But we know they did, so it's like... That didn't really bother me. And plus, fuck that... What do you call it? Sarlacc. Fuck that motherfucker. Now I got to see his, what do you call it? What's it called? Sonic Imploder, whatever the fuck it is. Big Boom Boom. Yeah, looks like the flashbacks are over. Now they need to fucking shoot the current episodes, the current stuff. Well, so far the current stuff has been very poorly shot in a lot of the times. I don't care that they say it's going to be insane at the end. They always do. There's always going to be people we want to see. That you can't just look at that and say that's gonna make it good. Like, you gotta write it well as well. Like, I'm sure we're gonna see some Mando, we're gonna see some other unexpected people, there'll be some twist, but you can't just live off of that. Game of Thrones at the end tried doing that. Ooh, we're just gonna surprise you. But they forgot all about the good writing that made that show great. And I go, so far the writing in some of these episodes has not been good, and they can't just try to succeed off the nostalgia, bringing in Han or any of these other bounty hunters. That'll be great, I don't mind it, but don't let that be the thing that carries you, because that's just... The Mando had good writing and that. Same here. You want both. You don't want just one thing to carry. Otherwise, it's going to be a little like, whatever. I don't know when Mando comes out next. But I did hear they're making a third season, so... I don't think it's the next thing that comes out. But it's coming up. Can we just find a good lobby, please? Seismic charge, there you go. Hello, Drum. Hello, Lawrence. Can we find any lobbies at this point? I don't know. Overall, that whole episode had a darker vibe to it. I didn't even see. This is the problem with trying to squeeze it into one gameplay. But some of this is gonna get left out of that video. But even they showed those little fucking bikers, or not the same ones, but you know, that group where they fixed Fennec up, and that scene was shot. I don't know how to describe it. Like, they had the same type of bike. It didn't fit from that perspective, but it was shot in a kind of a grimier feel to it and made it okay. Like, it's like, okay, that's passable, but again, where I just think Rodriguez, not just his bad writing, but I don't feel like he gets the right vibe of the show so far. Where this guy, I was like, he showed the same thing to a certain degree. There was a Power Ranger bike there, but at the same time, it was a little, grimier and underworldy feeling. Like, he was going to a... What do you want to call it? Like a questionable establishment, if you will. Like, it wasn't just... Like, yeah, we're the biker gang, man. Power Rangers, go Power Rangers. You know, it was like... The vibe fit Tatooine a little more that way. It still looks weird, but... It was done so much better than when Rodriguez introduced the bikers. And I think that would have helped a lot. If the vibe of the show was feeling better, and in particular his episodes themselves were feeling better, I think the bikers would have went over a lot nicer, if you can put it that way. Oh, nice, so many of you. 2023? What's this year? 2022? Yeah. I don't even know what year it is anymore. I was a little worried, though, going into this episode. Or not even going into this episode, but part of it was, the episodes have been feeling so short, so when he was... I was like, oh god, we're getting a flashback here that I don't really think we need. Again, I think the flashback was shot well, so it was fine, but... I was like, oh, fuck, we're gonna spend our whole time here and waste another episode? And then when they escape, I was like, oh shit, is it gonna end here? Like, don't end here without showing anything current. Like, I was like, come on. And luckily it didn't. It had a lot more time to it, but it was just like, dude! I was getting a little nervous. Like, don't waste the whole episode on this one flashback that, although shot well and awesome scenes, I didn't want it to just be that. Like, you gotta do something else. And luckily they did that, so that was good. I was like, whew! I was getting nervous, though, when I watched it. I don't ever look at, like, the time and how much time's left, but I clicked. I was like, is it almost over? I was like, okay, there's still time left. That's good. I was gonna be a little disappointed if it just ended when he got the ship. I was like, no! So there was plenty more stuff to go, though, so... If you're thinking that when you watch it, you got time. Then again, most of you probably have already seen it if you're here, but in case there's one of you that isn't. It goes past that, luckily. Ooh, Kevin, yeah, little fucker used up another one of his lives, I guess. He's back to his normal self. I don't know what happened, but... I don't know if he just had arthritis really bad that one day, and it just messed him up, and now he's... If I didn't know that moment had happened, I wouldn't even notice anything change. It would still just be same old Benji. That's the only problem. Like, he's played with my emotions so many times. It's like, dude, come on now. Either die or, like, stop being sick or weak. Like, you just go back to being normal, you know? Like, come on. Quit playing with my goddamn emotions. Like, I'm gonna die. Like, oh, no, you get all sad. And he's like, oh, no, I'm not. I'm like, oh, okay. Fuck, dude. I'm glad you're not dead, but damn, could we have just skipped that whole I'm about to die part? Like, do I hear footsteps? I do hear footsteps. I actually hit roll, but I didn't do it right. Yeah, it kind of sounds like Obi-Wan would be first and then Mando, but I don't know. I don't really pay attention to the orders of those things, and they probably said it somewhere, but I don't really. Asking the wrong guy. Yeah, that's how I kind of thought it was. I thought the whole episode was going to be a flashback. I'm like, ooh, don't do that. And they didn't, luckily. I was getting nervous, though. It was in the back of my head. I don't like having to question things like that. But luckily, this guy did it right. I was like, alright. And the flashback was good, too. So I'm like, alright, it's cool. I did get a little nervous, though, when they went into the place. And I didn't mind the comedic little chase with that little droid. I have no problem with that. But then when you go in and they get in a fight and Boba's like, I'll go get the ship. It's like, Boba, do something. Give me a little something, dude. Like, fuck one of them up. And I don't mean the little piggy he, like, messed up. Like, Fennec went all, like, fucking BF2 mode with her EL-16 and started slaughtering people. Like, Boba, give me a little pew-pew too, you know? Like, do something. Take one of their guns or something if you don't want to use a little Tuscan cycler rifle, but they salvaged it, though, by, him going complete beast mode on the bikers, though, which I like. It gave me more of a, like, yeah, I've changed, I'm nicer, but kind of like how we were talking about, he still needs to show he can go full beast mode when he needs to. And, like, he was kind of just killing them without any pity, or he didn't, I wouldn't even say he enjoyed it. I mean, he probably did, but it was just like, he was just there to kill him, like, ruthlessly. I don't care. You're gonna die. You fucked up, you're dead. And I was like, that's what I wanted to see from Boba. Like, I don't mind him being a nicer guy, if you will. But if you wrong him, still give me that ruthlessness, you know? Try to avoid it. You could even say, I don't want to have to do this. But if you do it, I will fucking just completely murder everybody that gets in the way. Like, I like when characters have that vibe, you know? It kind of makes it better than they're just a complete random, or always kill people mode, where it makes it more impactful, where it's like, he doesn't necessarily want to do it, but when you fuck with him, he'll do it. You know, it makes it a little more meaningful. It's not just, I don't know how else to describe it, but it was good. I like it. I think if the whole show had this vibe a little more, I think it would be better received. Again, like how we were saying last week, where, like, if you do the whole thing well, or the thing a lot better, a lot of the little things we're complaining about can get overlooked. But when it's already, the vibe's kind of off, you're questioning if they fully understand this character that we've already established how he is, and then those little things, they kind of get more impactful in the negative way, you know what I mean? Like, you focus on them more. Oh, hey, this is my other daughter. Oh, damn, you stunned the shit out of me, and then I flew at you. Oh, now Luke got the confidence to swing when his little sister's here. Or older sister, I don't even know. Again, you told me before, I don't remember. When his sister, there, we'll just take the little out of it. There. Look, I did that wrong. I was trying to jump down that ramp so I could hit him, but I fell. Don't dash, Luke. Oh, just missed him. Just missed him. Just chop this Wookiee thing down. It'd be cool if it actually fell.
Defy me. Target the princess and fire at will.
Target the princess and fire at will.
Think not.
Or not. You just said to, Vader. You just said to. Princess running up behind me with a E11. That's not your gun. I didn't give you that.
Not so easily
Oh fuck, I thought that was Leia. You're just a heavy. You're not even Leia.
No.
Eh. What are you hearing? I love the biker gang slaughter, especially because I think it's in vain. I don't even think they had anything to do with it. The very least, the Pikes helped them, but or like ordered them to. But even then, it's to me it's very obvious from the beginning, for the reasons I've already explained, that the Pikes had to do it themselves. And even what's her face, Fennec, was like, I find that highly unlikely that they killed them. Like, the Tuskens know how to fight. They're not complete useless little fucking farmers. And honestly, I didn't get that vibe from those guys even in the bar when Boba fucked them up. They were just like, yeah, they're a rough and tumble biker gang. They'll get in some fist fights, you know. One of them will pull a gun, but at the end of the day, they're not that badass. You know, that's the vibe I got from them, and that's kind of how I think they're gonna portray it now. But my main, one of the things I'm still worried about is the Pikes kind of look not menacing enough. That's one thing they look better in the Clone Wars. But again, they're like, oh, but that's a cartoon, so they can make them look that way. But even in Solo, they didn't look like the cartoon, but they looked a little more menacing than here. They kind of looked like some cheap cannon fodder, which kind of does worry me. That's going to be one of the things I'm looking at going forward. Like, I don't know, man. I hope they can fix that somehow, but right now they look a little too... Like, we're just going to see their bodies flying through the air, almost in a comedic style. Like, it's just look a little too jokey around you. It's like, nah, come on, give me that ruthlessness. Give me that look. You know, I don't know. Here you go. Uh-oh. Fought Luke and Leia the whole game, but a gunship? I don't know if Vader can handle that. Hopefully this one doesn't seem focused on him. Yeah, I played 2042 the other day.
Juggernaut turbo tanks protecting the ship and detonate their control centers.
Battlefront 2 with Battlefield destruction? Battlefield don't even have destruction anymore. They're like, yeah, let's just go away from that. That was a mistake. Oh, no, you're supposed to dash up so I can do this. Ah, there's a minigun. It's always a good day when you get to choke your daughter. Behind you, Aiden! You're my Fennec, okay? But be more Fennec-y. I'll just let this guy absorb that E11. Oh, you disappeared! You got a cloak in! You got the Harry Potter thing! Oh, she did it again when she disappeared! And she threw grenades when she dead! Yo, this girl's on some shit! See why she's doing all that weird shit.
Skywalker belongs to me. You test my patience.
See, that's what I mean, though. Like, I don't know when that was written in, but, like, he should have recruited it. We even said it after the 3rd episode. He should have recruited Bryan Cranston right then and there. He didn't. And now I kind of feel like it was so they could go find him in the bar, kind of sulking, and just fucking up a Trandoshan and showing him being powerful. That's like, you could have avoided that whole scene if you had just shown him be powerful here. Like, we wouldn't have needed to shoot that, and we could have used that time for something else. So it's just... But again, that kind of goes back to Rodriguez's style. But again, I don't even fully think that decision would be on Rodriguez. I feel like he could direct the scene, make small changes, but that overall fight, I kind of think would have been Favreau. But I really don't know. But this is like, you could have just shown him be a badass, kill one of those little Power Rangers. We don't need all of them. Come on now. Just have him rip one of them in two or something, you know? You could have shown he's powerful. Had him not punch Boba and make him look weak, and then you could have had that scene and then not used it up here, you know? I did enjoy the scene, though. It's kind of funny, him just sitting there like, dude, could you imagine that? You're just in a bar and this Wookiee is just hating you for absolutely nothing. You didn't do shit, You're just a Trandoshan, like, but he is gonna completely fuck your day up. Like, that has got to be terrifying right there. Just waiting, like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, bitch.
Watch the approaches. No.
Oh, I thought he was still alive. Nope. I just got knocked down. Is that Ray still up here? Yeah, I was just about to say, she should be behind us then if she is. Oh, I thought you'd be here. She already down here or is she still inside? This is where I really wish I wasn't listening to music. I think she already got outside. No, Aura Singh's not alive. She died a long time ago. In Solo, they said, what's his name? Oh, I literally just watched Solo back. What's his name? I can't remember his name. But he killed Aura Singh. And Lando's like, ah, thank you. I'll take that off, or give you a better deal for working with you. Just because you saved me money that way. What is that fucker's name? Again, I literally just watched it. I literally heard the name 1,000 times. And yet, I can't remember his name. What is his fucking name? I am so bad with names nowadays. But the moment you say it, I'll know exactly who it is. I keep wanting to say Cobb Vanth, but no, that's the wannabe Boba, because I literally just heard him say that name. That's why his name keeps popping up. I know that's not him. Oh, Tobias Beckett. There you go. I remember now. I was like, I know it's in there, dude. I know these names. I'm not that bad. I know it doesn't look like it, but I'm not that bad. Fine, absolutely, everybody hit. Ray just popping in and out and shit. Like, where you coming from, bitch? No. See if I can lure one of them in a trap. Oh, well, I did, but the game's just like, no. I actually grabbed him, it's pointing me towards him, but didn't actually grab him because, you know, BF2. BF2 in a nutshell. Hey! Get up! Mind trick, too. Damn, 3 Jedi here. Takes 3 Jedi to bring him, well, 2. I should say. 2.5. She's kind of one. I'll give her a little bit. Yeah, I just got the vibe that the Wookiee was in a bad mood. You see these Trandoshans who they do not have a good reputation, or they don't get along. Wookiees and Trandoshans don't get along. And he's just sitting there just getting mad like, oh, I'm gonna fucking kill this guy. I don't know why, but I'm gonna fucking kill you. You know, I actually like that. Showed him that he's not a good guy. And I was getting nervous when she was gonna talk him down. Like, no, not everyone is a good guy, man. Somebody just kill somebody. And he just ripped his arm off. So it was like a compromise. He didn't just go full, I'll kill you. Like, ah, just rip his arm off, man. It's alright. You don't need that arm anyway. Probably just gonna grow back. So it's like, ah, it's fine. And even on a side note, for the people who hated on Solo, how they're like, oh, I don't like that politically correct droid and all that shit. That whole thing, watch it back, but do it with the mindset that it's not being politically correct. Do it with the director is making fun of all that stuff. That whole movie is him making fun of that whole era of Star Wars. Because even in the sequels, I remember hearing that there was supposed to be a scene where Chewie ripped an arm off or something, and they were like, no, that's too violent, we can't put that. And if you watch that movie back, it came out right after that. All they do is kind of make fun of that, because in the elevator, Chewie rips off both arms and just holds them up. So he was not being politically correct because Disney told him to. It was literally making fun of him in that movie, which I loved. And people are like, oh, it's so politically correct. It's like, you don't even get it. He was making fun of them. Like, come on, dude. That whole fucking thing was that. But I don't think people got that, unfortunately, so it kind of backfired on them. But that's why I loved it. I was like, that droid is being overly politically correct just for that sake. Like, it's just for funniness, but people get all fucking butthurt and took it serious. Like, no, that was not serious in any way. Not the way I took it, anyway. Now, if that was in the sequel, that probably would not have been the thing that's happening, but I guess I didn't just hit you. It's fine. Well, you know. Just fighting the whole fucking team. This whole game has just been me fighting absolutely everybody. Like, do we get any backup at any point in this game? Fuck, I need a cash reserve so I can call some. Boba Fett's and some Mandos to come help, because I could use some. I don't think it had anything to do with Bosk. I just think it was, he doesn't like Trandoshans. Trandoshans don't like Wookiees. Not that those were really doing anything. They didn't even give him the stank eye from what I looked at. They were just there playing, and he's just sitting there watching them. Like, in a way, it's almost, if you want to talk about race, it was kind of like that. He was just getting mad because he does not like Trandoshans, and they're just sitting there being Trandoshans, and he's like, I'm gonna fuck your ass up, dude. So I actually really like that scene. He was just seeing him fuming. He's probably mad because he just lost. It was just like, oh, I'm gonna fucking kill you, dude. I don't give a damn. I wanna feel good. I'm gonna kill something. Yeah, we went into great details. Like, I'd have been so disappointed if he just set him down. Like, oh, I'm sorry. It's like I would be saying, here we go again. The Wookiee that's so powerful just tosses a few people around, punches them, but at least that one they didn't show him get back up fine. So I guess at least he got knocked out. But I was like, okay, rip her arm up. Yeah, that's the Wookiee I want to see. Not going your way. Apparently, I'm the only dude fighting back on this team, so I could see why. I don't know what. I don't remember, it was a while ago, but in one of the sequel movies, he was supposed to have a scene where Chewie ripped arms off, and they took it out because, according to what I don't know if it's accurate, but it was a little too graphic for these movies' style. Like, again, a little more kiddie style. And I was like, oh, that was a mistake, man. You gotta show the Wookiee be strong, man. It's not just a kid's movie. And then in Solo, he literally has 2 arms in his hand, like, oh, fuck, shouldn't have done that. Like, it was him making fun of that whole thing. So it was like, that's why I like Solo so much, or one of the reasons I like Solo. But everyone took everything so literally, and I don't really think they paid attention to a lot of what was going on. But he was totally shooting at Disney pretty much by doing some of the stuff he did. I'm actually surprised they let him do a lot of that. Maybe they did because they're like, well, fuck, we messed up. We might as well just let him do it. Let him think he's talking shit, and we'll just put it in there. But I don't know. Even here, too, it was like, oh, come on, let the Wookiee be powerful. Just ripped it off. There you go. Sound, too. Oh, it was like, oh, Jesus. I liked, what's her, again, I don't remember her name. The sexy Twi'lek. I liked her face when he did it. Just like, of course. Like, ah, fucking hell. Can't negotiate with these fuckers. It was just like, that, like, not happy look, but at the same time, it was like, whatever. Shit happens. Yeah, I gave him a Wookiee pelt. I don't think that had anything to do with Bryan Cranston, though, but it was just like, it just shows that they really, those two species do not get along. They're both racist against each other, pretty much. Just like, nah, fuck you, I don't know you, but I know what you are, and I don't like you. It's like, okay, goddamn. And defending. How fun. Oh, we better hit play. Yeah, man, what the hell? We've been on for 40 minutes and we haven't made a goddamn penny. Because I don't press the fucking button. GG's.
Rebels firing on the walker!
I'm back. Now it gives us the dark side. Now, of course, not when we're here ready to play. It's like, now when he goes pee.
One of the walkers taking
Yeah, is it still? Oh, they're way up there. Fuck it. Yeah, Jennifer Beals, but I still don't remember the actual Twi'lek's name. That's the problem. Like, fuck, what is her name? And it's the same lobby. Fuck it, we'll just play and just waste time, I guess. Let's run around, I guess.
I got point. Go in. Watch for shrapnel. Return to combat immediately.
Shut up, officer. Return to combat immediately! Like, bitch, I'm pushing their lines. If anything, I'm in more combat than these guys, because I'm getting right up in their face. What are you talking about? Dumbass. That's some, like, sequel level officering right there. Stop trying to kill the enemy! Doesn't make sense for us to kill the enemy. We're supposed to make jokes and stay back here.
Round him up. I'll take him out.
Yeah, I kind of was like, oh yeah, Boba could pay his tab. Dot shell. Like, hey, come on, come work for me, dude. But he could do. I was trying to think. Did he take the credits off their table and then pay her with the Trandoshan's credits, or did he already have those credits? And again, I'm not saying like the Wookiee's gonna be poor. I would imagine he has his own credits. He's a very successful man. I'm sure he has a reserve of credits, but I was like, was it the Trandoshans, or did he just pay it? Like, either way, I kind of like it. Where it's like, I fucked you up, here's their money, take it. Or it's kind of like, oh, I'll take it off your tab, and he's like, oh, I'm being talked down. Fuck that shit here. I'd rather take off his arm. Here's some money. Like, it was just like, either way, he didn't care. He'd rather just fuck that Trandoshan up and have to pay than get the tab, like, clean, you know? It was just like, nah, fuck it. I'd rather tear his arm off. You can have the money. It was just like, oh, shit. Like, see, if they had introduced him that way, I'd be even more excited for this character. But when they wasted him with Rodriguez and he kind of just slaps people around and doesn't even hurt anybody in the end of the day. Like, Boba was fine. The piggy had to go in a back to tank, they said, but that's about it. But it was just like, would have been such a better introduction where it was like, oh, this Wookiee's so badass. And that's without even knowing his backstory, you know? Like, you would just see, like, dude, this dude just ripping arms off because he wants to? Like, I like this guy. I like this Wookiee, and I don't like Wookiees often, but I like this one. Just sitting there, you know? And it was like, they would have had to write it a little differently if there wasn't in the earlier scene. Because to me, part of that went back to his earlier scene. He's probably in a bad mood after everything went on. Then on top of that, sees those Trandoshans. Like, his anger's building up inside of him. Unjustly, too. So it's not like he's some level-headed Wookiee, which I like. Like, he's mad. Like, he shouldn't be mad at those Trandoshans. At the end of the day, they're not ones doing anything to him. They're just sitting there having a good time. But he's in a bad mood. And he's going to be a dude who's just going to be a dick when he's in a bad mood. But he's like, I'm going to fuck your ass up. But still not to the point where it's like, oh, I just did all this. Fuck you. I'm not paying you either. He's like, no, I'll still, you know, go by some rules of sanity. Here, I'll pay the tab. There you go. Nothing against the bar owner, you know? Like, he could have tried to kill her and go on a run. But no, it wasn't that. It was like, I'm here to fuck them up in a fit of anger, but here's some money. I'm still, even though I'm out of control, I'm also still in control, which I like. Like, it said a lot in a brief scene like that, which I like. Garsa Whip.
Don't give them a clear
That's
shot.
an interesting name. My name's Garsa Whip. The fuck is a whip?
With Lord Vader here, victory will surely be ours.
Well, episode 4 was great. I liked episode 4. I don't know if I liked it more than episode 2, but it's definitely better than episode 1 and 3. That's for goddamn sure. I think most of the argument stems we didn't need to see the flashback, which I also agree. They explained it well enough where we didn't need to see how he met Fennec, but at least they did it well. And the writing wasn't horrible.
Those walkers is a mark of shame. You understand?
And the editing of it wasn't horrible.
Starting sweep.
I know he's directing one more. We've said that 1,000 times. And I dread that episode. That's why I don't want to know which one it is. Because if I, let's say for example, it's next episode, I'd be sitting here like, oh fuck. I enjoyed this one, but now I have to wait and next episode's going to be him. I'll be like a little nervous. And it will also be a little mean because I might unfairly judge him. So I'd rather go into it not knowing. And if I don't like an episode, I'll be like, let's see who did it. Ah, it's you. And then, you know, you can kind of judge him a little more fairly that way. That's why I'm trying. I don't look. I know he does one more, but I don't know which one. I just hope he does a good job. So far, everything that I've disliked about this show kind of goes back to him. I'm like, ugh. At the end of the day, I'm left with, wow, these episodes, this writing feels rushed, but only on scenes he's directing. So it's like, is it that the writing's on Favreau? Or if it was on Favreau, wouldn't the writing be fucked up in all of them? Then everything would be rushed. But no, it's only him. So I kind of, I'm still pointing at him more. I just don't think he's cut out to shoot this particular stuff.
Walker is in firing range. Prepare to assault the base.
Either way, I like the scene though. Yeah, even if it was the Trandoshans credits or it's like, ah, this is my money. I like. Literally, it's to the point where it's like you can either get off the hook without paying any money, leave the Trandoshan alone, or rip his arm off and then pay her. And he was like, I still would rather rip his arm off and give you money, just because I want to rip his fucking arm off. I was like, oh damn, like. But either way, it was like, I'm still ripping his arm off and I'll pay you with his credit. So it still showed his ruthlessness, but yet still in reality. Like, he wasn't just like seeing red to the point. Like, you know when you're getting a fight with someone who's just seeing so much red, there's no reasoning with them, there's no logic, they're just dumbasses at that point. They're just red trying to be tough. Where he was like, I'm not doing it to be tough, I'm just mad and I don't like these guys and I want to rip an arm off, but here's some money because I understand I put a strain on your business here, you know, I fucked some shit up, disrupted the flow of things, but here's some money to make up for it. But I still rather just rip his arm off. Thank you, man. Like, it was an educated seeing red, not just so out of it he's not thinking clearly, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Yeah, if I had to choose, I would say don't do the finale. You don't want to show, I mean, you don't want one starting on a bad note and you don't want one ending on a bad note. Like, I mean, you don't want it bad anywhere, but those would be the two I would really try to avoid. So in a weird way, I hope it's the next one. That way we can go into the last two like, really excited. Just like get his shit out of the way, dude. Like, come on, get out of here, Rodriguez. And again, hopefully he does good. If he does good, I'll be the first one to say it. Like, I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, I made a statement, I hate this guy, and I'm going to make sure I continue hating him to look right. I would rather, after his third episode, be like, well, he didn't do the first two right, but he finished well on the third one. That's good. I probably still, even if he finishes well, won't want him to do any more, but at least he shows he's capable of it, you know? But if he fucks it up again, man, like, what I'm really hoping is, at the end of this whole show, I'm hoping my opinion is, wow, this show would have been great if they didn't have him in it. All episodes were good except the 3 he directed. I hope it's not that, because that's just poor choice in, what do you call it? Hiring at that point, where you get someone who's just so out of it. Like, could you imagine being the guy with every episode that people dislike is because of your work and not even your directive style? Like, it's not like, ooh, I'm gonna go for this vibe. It's just some of the shit he's done has just not made any sense. Like, it's like, oh, the fighters are the bodyguards are right behind Boba. Fuck, but I want to ride in this melee scene. Let's just edit them out. Like, it was just like, dude, then don't put the fucking, what do you call them, Gamorrean guards there. Figure out a way to ride around that. Like, it's just very poor writing or editing or directing, whatever you want to call it. It's just bad at the end of the day. And I haven't had to say that with any of the other episodes. Even the first one, I'll give him credit. It was just a fight scene he did bad, but I mean, even really when you think about it, the Wookiee fight scene too is just like, you know what? Maybe you just don't have the fight scenes. We'll just not have you do any of that shit. Because I wasn't left questioning the bar fight scene in the second episode. And even this fight scene, I wasn't left questioning it when they showed the Wookiee going beast mode. I wasn't really left questioning the fight scene in the hangar. But if Rodriguez had done the fight scenes, I might have been questioning it. So it's like, I don't know. And again, it's kind of hard for me to judge if his work on The Mandalorian, because overall the show is good, and like I said, if something's good, you overlook a lot of the little things, where if it's not, they kind of stand out. So I'm like, maybe even if he did do a bad job there, since the overall, flow of the show was better, we might overlook it. Where now I might go back and like break it down more. But when it came out, I didn't mind his directing. I could see his style, but I didn't dislike it to the point where I'm like, oh, don't bring him back, you know. But now I'm feeling that. So again, we'll see when it's all said and done. But I hope he does a good job though. That'd be fucking funny though. He does a good job, and at the end of the end of the season, I'm like, damn, my favorite episode turned out to be his. My least two favorite and my favorite. Like, he's either really good or really, really bad. Like, it's just, there's no in between. But I don't know. I still think the show will end better. This episode had a way better vibe. I felt like it captured the underworld vibe way better than any of the previous episodes, honestly. The only thing that still kind of worries me besides Rodriguez is those pikes look a little too goofy. I don't know. That worries me. But hopefully they do that well. We'll see. Let's hope Rodriguez does not have to try to show them is the ruthless ones. I don't know if he's going to be capable of that. Let's hope he doesn't get that episode. I don't know. We'll see.
Wiring the fueling station.
Damn it, Shield, you're right in the awkward spot. Now, we explained that earlier. He didn't know he lost his armor because he was in a dazed state at that point. Because I thought that too, but it was like he just came out of that. He's fucked up. He's unconscious. He wakes up. They knock him out again. It's just not something he could remember. He knows he was in the Sarlacc pit. He's like, alright, let's go look there. So he probably didn't even know that the jaw was still there. But that being said, let's say we go to the next episode and he's like, I gotta go find the Jawas. It's like, well then why did you look in the Sarlacc pit if you know the Jawas have it? That's gonna be an example of where they can fuck up in the writing that wouldn't make sense. So I swear to God, if the next episode is, what's his face, is Rodriguez, and then he's over here, I gotta go find the Jawas, and he doesn't get that information from anywhere. He's like, the Jawas took it. It's like, well, how does he fucking know then? If you knew that, you would have known not to look in the Sarlacc pit. You know, and so that would be an example of a way they can fuck up the writing. So let's hope they don't do that. Let's keep an eye out for that. That'll be interesting to see. Who the hell is this guy? Maybe I don't spawn on that guy. Maybe he's about to fall.
Bombs ready.
Thank you, Vader. Oh, what happened to me? Got blown up.
Bomb planted at the fueling station. Starting sweep.
Oops, wrong way. Go this way.
Offline. Lost the fueling station. Unidentified rebel leader on site. Grenade out. Detonator in place. Fueling station rigged.
Like, frankly, I hope they don't show a point where he goes looking for his armor. Like, we already got enough of that, dude. Like, that they've explained enough of that story. I don't need to see him somehow find out about the Jawas and then go to try to find it and then be like, yo, Mando took it. Like, do we really need to see that? That will be... Again, I think they're done with flashbacks, but let's say they show that, I'm going to be very disappointed. Like, dude, we know that we don't need to see every little thing. Like, certain things we need to. Some of those things in the first episode should have been explained better. Taking a few extra seconds, but here's the part of the story where if they do that, it would be like, we don't need to see that. We already know pretty much everything, you know? It's like, I think if they did do that, I'd be like, they're wasting their shots on stuff they don't need to show, and on stuff they should show, they're not using it, or showing it when they should, you know? I hope we don't get that. I don't think we will, but that would be annoying. But again, I don't think we will, but if anyone's gonna do that, it's probably gonna be Rodriguez, though. Yeah, it's not Slave 1 anymore. All the little fucking crybabies got that changed. Now, what do they call it? A fire spray or fire sale? Something like that? I don't even know. That's stupid. It should still be Slave 1. I'm still calling it Slave 1. I don't give a fuck. Fuck those motherfuckers. You support slavery? Damn right I do. I wish I had a slave right now. Fucking getting me a sandwich and sucking my cock. So, I don't really care at that point. If that's what they want to think, let them think that shit. I don't give a fuck. Like, it's a fucking shit called Slave 1, dude. Calm down. Like, oh god, what about Django Unchained? Oh shit. Let's not go there. Oh. How could we even look at these movies? I'm like, ugh. Fucking, what's his name? Leonardo DiCaprio's about to get canceled. You portrayed a slave owner. That is, what do you call it? You support slavery. Like, dude, really? Like, does the guy playing a slave? He's acting as a slave. Does that help her support slavery? Like, it's just, no. Like, I hate stupid people, man. I really do. I'm not racist, you guys, but I fucking hate stupid people. I would be racist if stupid was a race. Fucking irritate the shit out of me, dude. It's like common sense is just out the window with some of these fuckers. Like, really, dude? You have to change that? Like, oh, God, what the fuck? What about the Clone Wars? They had Ahsoka being a fucking slave. And, frankly, was, you know. But still, it's like, that is more slavery. Again, not a problem with it, than calling it Slave 1. It's like, it's, I don't know, man. Like, it's just, they open a can of worms that doesn't need to be fucking touched. I really hope at one point he calls it Slave 1 and we could just put this whole episode behind us. Like, oh, fuck it. Don't gotta worry anymore. Yeah, the first episode needed a lot of better explanation, especially with a lot of it stemmed from that fight scene. Like, why didn't they take their guns? Why didn't he use his jetpack? Why were the guards there and then they weren't there? Like, so many things just from a brief 2-minute scene you could question, and I didn't have to question anything like that in the second or the fourth episode. Yeah, I haven't given him a new name. I don't even know why we need a new name. First one was fine. I don't know. It kind of looks like that girl's on the girl Tusken might still be alive. They never really showed her body, and they put such a focus on her. I could see her still being alive, but I also don't want a flashback to find her. Especially now that the Bacta tanks are over. It's like, alright, dude, we don't really need a flashback. But again, if she just randomly comes back, it will be a little weird. But maybe they'll explain it like, I found her one of the years. She went and escaped to another Tusken camp or something. I don't know. But I don't really want a whole story on him finding her. It's like, dude, we're running out of episodes, man. Like, let's get to the good shit now. Like, I don't dislike the Tusken flashbacks, but it's time to move on from the flashbacks, period, I think. I really hope we don't get any more. Especially pertaining to the shit we've already seen enough of. I don't need to see Mando stuff anymore. Especially him going and finding a Jawa. I don't give a shit about that. And again, it might be a cool scene they shoot it, but I rather avoid it and show me another cool scene, you know? Like, we know enough of that story to... We don't need to see it. Same with him going to find what's-her-face. Like, alright. Frankly, I hope that Tusken's dead and they just move on from that. Like, the Pikes killed him. I'm gonna get revenge. You took out everyone I now love. He said he's been there for years. He helped explain that for anyone confused. So he lived there a while. He has an emotional connection to him. It's just better to have him be dead, moved on. That part of your life's over. Get your revenge. Kind of killing two birds with one stone fighting the Pikes. They're fucking up your crime syndicate, and you want revenge on them. So you get both. You know, let's just move on from the Tuskens now. All that should be left is their memory. And the hate he has inside for the people who killed him. And I think that's enough. We can't have a Disney character that's about to get his own show support slavery. That's how I picture that fucking conversation going. It's like, dude, throw that fucker out the window onto a bunch of spikes. Just fucking kill that dude. You can't just kill people you disagree with, but we should be able to kill stupid people. That does not mean he supports slavery, for the love of God, dude. Jesus Christ. And even if he did, it doesn't fucking matter. You could have written it in with this change. He's like, I don't deal with slaves anymore. Just throw that in there. Like, okay, there. He doesn't work with slaves anymore. Like, but changing the name of a shit, it's such a stupid decision, frankly. It's so little it shouldn't even be fucked with, you know? It's like, whatever. Can we find a good lobby, though? Literally just wasting our time today. Nothing productive has happened today other than that fucking shitty video we recorded. There we go. We found an attacking lobby, finally. I wouldn't say 0 chance, but I think it's over. I think them saying that he's fully healed is like, alright, we've closed that door. Let's move forward. I want to see the current stuff. I want to see him taking over and fighting the Pikes. And I don't want all that crammed into one episode, right? So, I tend to agree with you. I think it's over. But again, if they choose to go to a flashback, it better not be something we've seen or established in the Mando. And it better not be how he found that fucking Jawas or about that Tusken. I don't want to see anymore. Frankly, I hope she's dead. And I don't dislike the character. She was a cool character, but it's like, alright, time to die. You know, good warriors die too. Not every good warrior lives forever. Some of them gotta die. I don't even want her showing up.
The Jakku scavengers have recovered an old Imperial droid, one the Resistance is eager to seize. What the droid contains, I am not at liberty to say, but I will
Multitasking here, we're not doing a good job of it.
to retrieve it. We will take control of this wreckage and prevent the Resistance from fleeing with its prize. Secure the landing pad and the old reactor control chamber. Then we close the noose.
Attempting to secure the landing pad.
Hey guys, guess I got him. Whoa, do the aim.
Maintain position at the landing pad.
Damn, we don't got any points. Not good, not good at all. Hey, get out of that shield. That's not meant for you. Ah, he got us anyway. No, you don't want me to play officer. You just like screaming in chat.
Execution suite, go! Grenade out!
Juicy dragon. That's Drogon. Juicy.
Going hunting!
Capturing reactor control.
So many bad guys. Oh, missed every shot! Somebody saved my life though. They took all his health so I could just one-shot him. Thank you! Oh, we got enough for hero. Well, who should we use? We haven't used Grievous in a while. You know, in honor of Grievous being in the Mando, we'll use Grievous. I am le chef. That was French for I'm the chef. Educated. I'm cultured. I was gonna say, oh, you're not the officer. I was like, there's a turret. There's got to be an officer. They fooled me. It was a turret, but then a heavy. And you got different tactics. We need a thumbnail out here real quick. Oh, but we're gonna get sniped. Go away, sniper! Drop it down. Yeah, here. Let me take a damn selfie. don't know. That wasn't good.
Resistance forces have gathered.
Oh, that would have been going to X-Wing. No, we missed it! I was a second too early.
Disperse their forces in the hold. After that, we'll chase them down
I don't know.
and annihilate them.
Okay, they've hinted at the Mando, but I'm pretty sure they're just trying to throw us off. I'm sure he's coming. I'm not saying he's not. But for the people who think that's always gonna hire, I don't know. We're probably gonna see some of those old bounty hunters, Boss, Dengar, something like that. Probably some new ones. Fennec kind of hinted she knew some too, and she's like, you just gotta know where to look. So I'm sure they're all gonna call him, and I'm sure the bad guys are gonna call some too for some backup. Like the Pikes calling in Cad Bane probably. Oh my, big minigun. Because even in the Clone Wars, supposedly Boba's the one who took out Bane, but they kind of erased that now because he's still alive. So now the beef is between, not Bane, what did I say? Yeah, Bane. Man, fuck names, dude, damn. Fennec's gonna have a problem with them. They have a history after the Bad Batch, so that'll be a interesting thing to play out. I'm actually getting excited. They're getting me all excited and worked up, so let's hope they don't fuck it up now. People are still like positive we're seeing Han. I still don't. I think we only see Han if Kira comes in at some point and she's the bad guy. Like she's the one who runs the Pikes, so it is Crimson Dawn or whatever they're calling themselves now. Which will be cool. That's the only way I want to see Han really. Either that or do a very, very, very brief appearance. I don't want him coming back in. Let's put it this way. I hope he doesn't hire Han to work for him. It just doesn't make sense. Like, no, dude. Like, there's ways you can have him meet, but Boba better not be hiring him, you know? Maybe Han runs into Kira to, you know, seal up some stuff, some loose ends, whatever you want to say. I don't know. Not sure how they'll write that in, but... Like, I still wouldn't mind... If they were so positive on putting Han in, I wouldn't mind it where Boba just walks into a bar and there's Han and Chewie sitting there. I was like, oh, hello. Like, they have that awkward encounter, but it doesn't need to be a whole thing. It's just like they have a brief thing and they leave. I don't need to know about Han. I don't need to know about Chewie. I just know they're on there, probably doing some business or talking to somebody, and they move on. Like, I don't need a whole episode based on Han is what I'm saying. And if they do choose to go down that path, I hope they do it well. Because I don't mind them having these, like, what do you call it? Like nostalgia trips where they bring back a character we all love. But you need to do them right. You can't just bring them back for the sake of bringing them back. Luke is an example of it being done right in The Mandalorian. Came back, had an awesome moment, fit the story, and then left. It's not like, okay, it's all about Luke now. It's like, alright, here we got this scene, move on now. Thank you, Anakin. I love your knockdowns. You would be friends with fucking Bryan Cranston. Ah! So's your son! I'm just talking about that little fucker, too. Well, no video there. Yeah, this guy's speaking a different language. I thought he was naming a bounty hunter that would come in. I was like, who the fuck is that? I don't know who that is. Same lobby. Yeah, little wannabe General Grievous. You know how many thumbnails I've seen now? People putting Grievous in there. I was like, you motherfuckers. That's like perfect clickbait because it's like, it's not Grievous. They're not spoiling anything, but at the same time, we all know why he's getting called Grievous. So it's like, oh shit. Well, everyone keeps saying they've hired the people who are gonna like de-age Harrison Ford and that he shot episodes in London or whatever. And honestly, I don't want that. I would much rather just bring in the young Han. If you're gonna bring in Kira, assuming you're keeping the same actress, Emilia Clarke, you might as well bring in young Han because we've already seen them together. It would just look weird now seeing a de-aged Han talking with Kira that we've already established. It's like, just age him up then. Like, if you can do all that shit, I think it's easier to de-age than... Or, wait, hold on, now I'm confused. It's easier to make someone look older than someone to look younger, I think. They did an okay job in the Mando, though. They did a good job with Luke. His hair did look a little weird, but for the most part, I was like, it's fine. I don't mind it. And again, I wouldn't even necessarily mind if it's Harrison Ford, too. But again, in a small small role, not a big thing. But even then, I still rather them just bring that actor in, the young Han. To me, it would make the scene more impactful if, let's say, they do have young Han meet Kira again. Like, he just got left. The woman you love just betrayed you and left. She lied to your face and left. Like, I know, it would feel bad, unfortunately. So it's like, I think it would be more impactful if you actually see the actor that had that happen to him, not have Han try to act it, or Harrison Ford try to act it. Especially with all the CGI that would go into it. Like, I don't even think you would need CGI to age up Emilia Clarke and young Han. So, like, I don't know. We'll see. Again, as long as they do it right, I can overlook a lot of things that I personally ahead of time would disagree with. But if they just butcher it, it just makes me not like it even more. It's like, damn, I was already like borderline seeing it, and then you have kind of fucked it up. It's like, ugh. Bantha babies. I want to see a bantha making a baby. That'd be interesting. Then again, I could just watch elephants. I mean, they're pretty much just fucking elephants. I don't know. Not the same, though. I want to see the furry ones. Like, how does this work? Out of curiosity, how does this work?
A special operative is deployed.
Don't shoot me!
Charge, go!
I don't think they'll bring Sabine. I mean, it's a possibility, but I don't think so. But who knows? Maybe he'll hire some Mandos. I don't know. Well, then again, he never saw Sabine. Actually, hold up. No, I'm confusing him with that other. No. He never saw Sabine. So if you're saying bring her back in, Boba, I don't. Did he see her in the? No, she wasn't even in the Clone War. Now, welcome, man. You fucking threw me for a loop. No, actually, no. I don't think she would come back. They didn't meet each other. The only way I could see them writing that in is he contacted, what's her fucking name? The head Mando, the head Mandalorian. What's her goddamn name? Was in the Clone Wars, was in the Mandalorian. One of the Darksaber. Fuck! I am so bad with names. That's the one thing this show's taught me. I am not good with names anymore. I used to be great, now I can't remember. But she comes back with the crew of Mandalorians, and Sabine might be one of them. But even then, that I don't see that happening. It just doesn't really fit. You'd probably be more likely to see her in the Ahsoka series, or very briefly in a Mando scene. Let's say he goes and talks with some Mandalorians, and Sabine shows up there. But here, I don't really see Sabine. If you're saying it's gonna be in the Book of Boba, I don't see that.
Rapid execution. Grenade out.
Ooh, just missed him. Thought he was gonna go the other way. You're supposed to die when I shoot you, Heavy. Thank you. Uh-oh. You have a lot of friends. Who shot me in the butt? I still don't see him. He's way over there. Yeah, now it's just trolls in chat. Yeah, we'll just not look at chat anymore. All the fun people are gone, I guess.
Go, go, go!
Starting countdown. Turret wired to blow.
Hey, boss, you gonna be there? Let's go talk to you. Hey, you gonna be there? You gonna go push this objective? Well, actually, it's already on, so he's defending it. Well, oh, now you want to go push the objective? I think it'll be cool to see Inquisitors in live action. Maybe that's how the Kenobi thing will start. He finds out. Again, we're spitballing it, and I don't know how it's going to be written in, but it'll be kind of cool. He finds out there's a Jedi on Tatooine. Doesn't necessarily know it's Obi-Wan. Sends some Inquisitors to take him out, and they get completely taken out by Obi-Wan. Just see him just completely outclass him to the point where it's like, huh. Vader's like, this dude is clearly very skilled. I need to handle it myself. That might be the way they introduce it, which I think will be pretty cool. But I don't know. We'll see. Bo-Katan. There you go. Yeah. Fucking hell. I know like everyone's name in the world up here, but I can't pull them out. Till someone mentions it, then I know exactly who it is, too. That's the sad part. Yeah, I hope we don't see Sabine. There's plenty of other people that fit the story way more than her. We'll see her some other place, but not now. She'll be cool to see in live action. It's one of the few things I liked about the Mandalorian, Rebels. Maybe they'll have Simon Pegg play Dengar. Yeah, this episode was a lot better. It was really good. Episode 3 is like the one episode I completely don't really like. It had a few aspects I liked, but episode 1 was good, and then one bad scene that just kind of fucked it all up. Episode 2 was really good. 3, didn't really like. Least favorite, and then this one's really good too. I don't know, I still might like the second one better, but I kind of like the story more, what they were showing in this one more than the second one, but still, either way. They're neck and neck for me. Yeah, they wouldn't get along, but they both want money. That would be an interesting thing to see both of them, two badass bounty hunters from the rival species, just kind of staring each other down and talking shit, but they're both working on the same side, so they keep it in check. Because even based off how we saw Cranston, I still just call him Cranston, I don't give a fuck for all the people confused. Like, you can see he just wanted to kill him, but he was still in control of himself. So I think you could see that there too, where he's just like looking at him, he's gonna be talking shit, just eyeballing the boss, like fuck you, and boss just kind of looking at him, fucking do the little tongue thing, like trying to annoy him, I don't know, something like, whoa, what you trying to do with that tongue there, man? What are you trying to do with that tongue, boss? That'd be interesting. Oh, we're off to a fantastic shot. Fantastic start with our shot. Man, I am just getting old, I think, dude. I'm like Benji. I can't do nothing now. At least I can walk, kind of. They'll hire me. Boba's gonna hire me and bring me back for my sniper. And then I'm gonna miss every shot. And then they're just gonna be like, wow, this guy sucks. That'll be the end. I'll be the comedic death they all need. Like, he's the cannon fodder they brought back. Like, yeah. Which one of y'all sniped me? Is it you? I don't think so. I thought that shot came from more to the right. No, this one just... Binoculars are more important. It's so hard to see people on this map with a giant open field. It's so hard to find them.
Ion disruption detected. Defend the ATM-6 while it recovers.
I could trust the bounty hunter that wronged me more than a guy who personally wronged me. Because it's just business at that point. And Boba knows that. The Wookiee knows that. They're just working for each other. It's nothing personal. So I could see him trusting him more than other people, in a weird way. Like, honestly, I would trust the Wookiee if I was Boba more than the biker gang. The biker gang has no allegiance. They're not bounty hunters. They're just kind of here doing their own thing. And frankly, it would be fun if they turned on him and he just got to absolutely murder every one of them. That's not going to happen. But I think in writing, it would be closer from a writing standpoint to have Cranston, Chrysanthemum, whatever. I'm going to call him everything but his actual name. Do the betraying, but I still don't think we'll see him betray him. But who knows? In this world, everyone could betray everyone. Pikes have a lot of money too. And if it's just bountying, again, like I just said, it's not personal, but they could make them a better offer, and they're like, alright, fuck it, I'm working with the Pikes now. And then we'll actually see a good fight between them. It could be that case. Let's say the Pikes bring back Bane. And, whatchamacallit, they get the Wookiee to turn. And for whatever reason, you actually get to see Boba fight him and Fennec fight Bane. Who knows? Possibility. Nah, I'd be that fat gamer. I wouldn't fit either. I'd have to be friends with them on set. I'll go like, yo, we all don't fit in on this shit. Could I like hang out with you guys? All the cool people are over there with Boba, Boss, Mando. We'll just be the little Power Ranger group over here. Fucking losers. At least I admit it though. Could have got a hero. Boom. Probably too late. Hey, look, there's a Wookiee! Come knock me down gently enough where I can just get up and be fine. I'd rather snipe anyway. More fun. I got a lot of the dark side heroes. But let's see. Wow, what a great question. I missed the day when we actually had mods in the stream. Fucking Power Rangers and chat are coming out. I mean, even the original movie, Luke was kind of that team. Like, he was going to hang out with those same people we just saw here. So it's like, I can get that vibe, but I don't know. So far, they just don't fit. Again, like I said, that bike and that whole wannabe cyberpunk people fit better in this episode because it had a more overall dark vibe to it. Where here, when they introduced the Power Rangers, they didn't have that. And I kind of think that's more on the director right now. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they'll show him in a better light doing something. But frankly, I was glad we didn't see him in this episode. I don't mind hardly ever seeing him. Not my favorite thing. So many speedals. Oh, I hit it too, but sparks flew off of it, but no hit marker. Lucky bastard. I don't know if they would. Well, let's put it this way: you might see Boba kill Bane if Bryan Cranston doesn't switch. If he switches, I think he'll fight the Wookiee, and Fennec would take Bane out. But that's why I could see it going either way, because originally it was supposed to be Boba, but then they rewrote that and had him fight Fennec, so now they've already established that those two have a history. Maybe it'd be a way of making Bane look good. He kind of defeats one of them, or, well, I would hope it would be Fennec. I think we're a little tired of seeing Boba be the little weak bitch he is. So maybe Fennec gets, like, taken down and now Boba has to fight him. I don't know. We'll see. So many possibilities.
A resistance commander just landed. Grenade out.
An ATM-6 will soon reach the base.
Oh, damn, she went down that hole quick. Ooh, just missed that dude. Stop moving, you heavy. Not resist.
An ATM-6 has been rendered defenseless. Backup requested.
Whoops. Easy shot and we missed.
A special operative is deployed.
Happy cow. Do not shoot me, please. I'm trying to shoot somebody. Thank you. I'm sure they'll introduce a new bounty hunter. I'll be surprised. Again, you can't just live on complete nostalgia. I don't mind a little bit of it, but At the same time, they need to start making new stuff too. Like Mando was something new. They did a good job with that, but let's introduce some more, you know? I'm not down. I'm not opposed to that. I think Boba could be in charge of bringing back the ones we've seen, and Fennec could bring back some new ones. I mean, when you think about it, Boba's been out of the game for a few years, but at least. I don't know the exact timeline, but he's been out of that world, just living on Tatooine for a while. Fennec has been more up to date, so she might know some of the new faces. Might even have one of those scenes where, let's bring this guy. Like, that guy, he died a few years back. What are you talking about, Boba? You old, homie. You don't know this shit. Times have changed. Like, that guy's way back there. No, he said he's done with the back, that he's fully healed.
That dirty scavenger Ray just joined with the enemy.
Yeah, I'm playing on that. Yeah. PC all the way, you guys. Oh, such great fans you guys are. I have so many of them on this channel, as you could tell. I see you. Oh, I pulled up too much. I don't even know if I can hand shoot through that. Can I? I feel like I would have tried this before, but I don't remember. Oh, I'm so disappointed. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, why spoilers? I don't know, you guys. I don't know. Can anyone think of a reason why? I don't know. And then if we spoil it, I'll get mad. Boba gets Slave 1 back in this episode. How dare you spoil the show? I didn't even know what we needed to avoid spoilers for. Oh, God.
Unidentified elite reinforcements. Careful, squads.
No, they really didn't need to. Well, actually, yeah. No, from that perspective, they did. Never mind. Cool down! Oh, he got me with that shot. I don't know. I never read them, but I heard good and bad things about those books. So I've heard some people say some of those books are like complete, just like boring shit. Nothing exciting happens, and other ones are great. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna read them anytime soon. Let's put it that way. But I do like that era. So I don't know. There's options for them to go both ways here in the future. Hopefully they tackle both, if they can do it well. Oh, the first swing didn't hit her, you lucky bitch! Solo takes place before the original trilogy.
Rebels running.
AKA way before you see Rebels. So yeah, he's in Solo, but he died in Rebels before the Mando time, so let's put it that way. That's why everything's kind of in place for Kira to be the one leading him. If Maul hadn't died in Rebels, I'd be saying you might be seeing him here. And assuming they won't put him in Kenobi, of course. But it's time for Kira. Could you imagine if Watto was the one on the fucking throne? Like, nah. They couldn't have Boba shoot him because they would say, "You hate Jews?" That would be what they say. We all know the stereotype that George was going for with that character. Deny it if you want, but he couldn't get shot because I'd be like, "Oh no, you support Nazis?" That would be literally what everyone says. I was like, "Oh shit, here we go." Just put Bib there. It was a good move. don't open that can of worms. You've already opened enough. Let's leave that one out of it.
The resistance are not easily giving up the hangar.
Ah, my face! Yeah, we don't got any views. See, you guys, like I said, there's like no fans I have. They're only here for lightsabers. Only you don't get a hero, they leave. I mean, where's that guy who's like, why don't you play what you love? I love those fucking questions, dude. Swear to God. Shout out to the like 20 fans I actually have. You guys the MVPs.
Squad taking position.
Jammers, active.
Hangar occupation in progress. The mine hangar will soon be secured.
Here a lightsaber, but I don't see a light. There you are. We're in a butt.
We're running out of troops.
Is that guy that shot me still in there? I do not see him. Han!
Got an ally on site.
Ah!
Identity is classified.
Damn, what a powerful Han. I don't know if he's dead. They ever say? I don't follow all the backstory that much.
Scramble's running.
Frankly, I don't care about that character, whether he's dead or not. It's not something I give a shit about, but... I don't know if he's dead or not, but imagine he comes back in Obi-Wan, or the Obi show. Kenobi, yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Kenobi show.
Securing the mine hangar.
And Vader comes back to Tatooine and stumbles across that motherfucker. Oh, could you imagine the carnage that would ensue? Oh! I hope he's alive just for that. I want to see that little fucker get torn apart. I don't give a shit if people start complaining like, Vader doesn't like you, know what? That'd be fucking hilarious, dude. Just fucking tears that dude apart with the Force. Oh, that'd be a great scene. Just rips him into like 50 pieces. Just like, oh my god, the hate. The hate, Vader, the hate. And poor, what's his name? Watto's like, what the fuck did I do to you? He doesn't even know. It's like, damn, you fucked with the wrong dude by accident. That'd be fucking hilarious. Damn, she didn't even care about that stuff. Could I dash? Jesus Christ, talk about a stun lock. Or saber lock, whatever the fucking technical term is. Oh, and Mr. Knockdown. Bryan Cranston himself. I don't know if we call Bryan Cranston the king of knockdowns or Anakin the king of knockdowns. Technically, Anakin was doing it first here. But now he's doing it in live action, so I don't know.
Driven back the resistance. Now's the time to quash them completely.
Oh, hello there, jump trooper. I don't expect you to be jumping at me. Why? Because all my fans, doing the little air quotes, are on YouTube. Why should I stream on Twitch? Give me a good reason to stream on Twitch and maybe I will. Oh, God. No, sharp shot for you. Oh, you're not stupid. You know how to use map. There's a hero behind me. Just hold block. That's all you gotta do to kill me. Shut up, phone. Every time I stream, dude, this thing starts going bloop, 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 bloop. Where you going? Oh, I heard the lightsaber in my lap. Oh, I missed a knockdown again. And I think this one is Yoda. There you are. Yes, Yoda. Did I just get sharp shot? Oh, Lando's over there now. Okay, I thought he went to the spawn. No grabbing. No grabby. Let me go, Box. Let me go. We're not gonna push by. Let's just shock this one a little bit. Just kill one of them. Is this thing marked? Oh, I don't even have it yet. I thought chain line. You wrote it? I don't know. Give me a hit marker, man. Here, we took out one, you guys. We kinda did something. Wish I had a back tank. That'd be so cool. You just get in a bath and you're healed. Oh god. Isn't it sad how much more quiet chat is now that there's not shit to hate on? Damn, we need Rodriguez to come back and make a shitty episode so chat says stuff. Hey, let's roll over. Try another game, see. Stream's slow, so I don't know how much longer we're gonna go. We'll try one more. Crate again? I don't feel like crate. Fuck it. If we're attacking, we'll play it. But only then. Otherwise, we'll just hop off. And this time we'll try to get a video, not just fuck around sniping. Nobody gives a shit about snipers. They say they do, but when it comes down to it, nobody watches it. And we're defending. Alright, well, in that case, I'm just gonna get off. Fuck it. Bye. See you guys whenever the next time I stream is.